Let's talk about why being a high achiever isn't good enough to get your business to make money. Hey, I'm Stina Martin Chandler. I am a operations business coach, and I help solopreneurs create and implement systems and processes that will help them exit their 9-to-5s much faster. Even though you are a high achiever, you are a go-getter, you're a person that will go and get it done, it's still not good enough. And there's something else you need in place to make sure that your business is profitable, bringing in the cash flow and making money on a repeatable, predictable basis. So you have sacrificed so much. You sacrificed so much to start this business. You took the time, you have done the research, you have dug into and all through doing your market research and learning more about your target audience, right? You've come up with a concept for your service or your offer or your business idea. You've validated that idea. You took the immense amount of time and testing and fixing and going back and redoing that it takes to niche down and find the niche that you want to offer your services in. And you've done all of that. And then it was you've done all of that. And the thought was, oh, if I could just get people to buy, if people would just buy this thing, I could get some gas in this car and I can get to my destination, right? If you could just get them to buy, that was the first big issue. And now you still can't get it to grow the way you want to, right or wrong. That's been your experience. That's me. I'm going through that in the comments so that I know. Have you felt like this, or are you feeling like this now? And we talked about in our last video how you may be throwing money out of the window by manually doing repeatable things in your business or repeatable events in your business, like manually sending emails, manually sending invoices to clients, right? And doing everything by yourself, having to be involved, having your hands in every single pot, wearing all of the hats, you're doing all of it. And today I want to really get into how and why, even though you're a high achiever and you've always been the person who would go to work, who still goes to work, and you are the first one there, the last one out, or you are the hardest worker in the room, like nobody can outwork you. Nobody can put numbers on the board the way you can. Nobody can outshine you in your place of employment. And you thought that if you brought that same exact energy to your business, it was going to make it take off. Yet and still that's not the case, right? So one of the reasons why you bringing that same exact energy to your business is not fueling the business to make the money that you want it to make. And in fact, it's actually causing you to waste time and throw money out the window. Is first and foremost, you are easily spending hours doing the exact same steps every single day. Easily. Think about when you have a weekend, or when you have a weekend to work on the business, and chances are most of your weekends you're working on your business, right or wrong. When you have a weekend to work on your business, or when you are coming home after work and you're clocking into your business and you're working your business until 12 o'clock at night, you're doing these things, but as you're spending all of this time trying to get it off the ground, what's happening? You are spending hours upon hours doing the same exact steps. You're creating content to market your business. You are posting or scheduling content in the same exact software or on the same exact platform over and over and over and over again. You are saying the same exact things to potential leads or prospects who are emailing you and sending you direct messages and private messaging you and DMing you on the gram and reaching out to you on LinkedIn. You are repeating yourself over and over and over again. And you find yourself spending hours doing what? The same stuff. So a lot of the time that you are allocating to grow your business is being sucked up by you doing the same exact stuff over and over again. So you only have a certain window of time to get things done for the business to begin with, because you have to factor in all the time you're spending at work and with your family, and trying to, if you're a parent, you're trying to make sure your kids extracurricular activities are being attended to. They're still getting time with their friends. They're still being a part of the clubs they're in at school, so on and so forth, right? You're allocating all of this time to make sure you still help your spouse with their business, or you're still helping your spouse with their projects, their ideas, and you still have to take time to make sure you're okay, which chances are that's really being neglected. You're not taking a lot of time for self-care because you don't have it. So the limited resource that you have, which is time, is being attacked here because you are taking a portion of your time to focus on this business, but the business is not using your time in the most efficient way that it possibly can. Or let me say it this way: you're not using your time in the most efficient way that you possibly can when you are focusing that time on the business. It's your time is being dumped in the business, whichever way you can get it to wherever it lands, right, is where you're dumping it. Wherever the time lands is where you're dumping it in your business, instead of being intentional with how you are allocating and giving time when you are focused on your company, when you're focused on your business. So let me give you an example. Let me ask you a question rather. Do you realize how much time is being wasted by you manually running every piece of your business? Drop a yes for me in the comments, or drop a no. Drop a yes or drop a no. Do you really realize how much time is being manually wasted? Is being wasted by you manually running every portion of your business? Yes or no? Because the truth of the matter is, so much of your time is already accounted for. And so if you're going to designate time to growing this business, to really get it to the point where it's making the money that you want it to make, it is portraying you in the way that you want to be perceived by people, in the way that you want your clients to experience, the level of care that you have for them, the level of concern that you have, and you want it to be an extension of the type of person that you really are. These are the things that you have to dedicate time to, those systems and those processes. And you're going to hear me say that so many times, because the systems and the processes are the things that are going to be the staple as to whether you're perceived as someone who is a source for a solution, and someone who can help really solve a problem. Right? So the question is, do you really realize how much of your time is being utilized or being wasted? And the next part of this, or the second thing or the second reason why being a high achiever isn't really good enough to get your business to make the money that you want it to make, is because with you overlooking or being so in the weeds of your business, you're so close to the day-to-day work, to things that have to happen, to what's moving and shaking on a day-to-day basis. You are so in the thick of it, right, that you can't tell the forest from the trees, right? You're so in the thick of it that you can't tell the difference between the forest and the trees, right? You're holding on so tight, you're so close to it. And because you're so close to it, client accounts and payments and invoices and your money management in this business, it's slipping through the cracks. When you are in the weeds of the business, client accounts slip through the cracks. And what this looks like, when I say client accounts, I'm talking about late invoices. I'm talking about past invoices not being updated, not being tended to, or you not invoicing altogether because you were just so focused on going, making sure the day-to-day is running. And again, you're so in the weed, you're so far in the weeds of the business that you can't see the forest from the trees. You can't tell the difference between what's happening today and what needs to be planned for tomorrow. So what ends up happening here, and what is more than likely happening to you, is that you're leaving money on the table altogether. You are straight up leaving money on the table altogether. So you being a high achiever is not going to create a difference in this particular area, because grinding and being a hustler is not going to solve this problem. Being a go-getter and being someone who outworks everyone in the room doesn't solve this problem. Because if you don't have that system or that process in place to make sure that you are not leaving money on the table, you are just going to hustle, grind, and be a go-getter in the middle of a business that isn't set up to work. It's not set up to work long-term. It's not set up to continue to be profitable or to continue to make the money that you needed to make. So this is how you become the hamster that's running on that hamster wheel and can't see a way out and doesn't understand they need to stop running for a second so they can get off the wheel and then take a look at the wheel and say, damn, I'm running on a wheel. I'm running on a wheel. I need to turn this into a runway so I can take off. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why being a high achiever doesn't solve this problem of you leaving money on the table. And that is why client accounts, invoices, making sure payments are made on time, making sure you're able to recover payments when clients are missing payments with you, or they are late on, like I said, late on their invoices, or they totally just stop paying altogether. And you just don't have a process or a system, i.e. something that can, a sequence of emails, a number of steps that are spelled out in a document somewhere that you have stored inside of your computer that details what you need to do so that you can make sure that when clients stop paying you, you have a way to retrieve that money, or to make sure that you have an automatic reminder going out to clients that their invoices are due, and an automatic reminder coming to yourself to let you know you have a payment coming within the next couple of days or within the next week, right? Having these systems set up is what is going to make your money make your money grow and make your business make more money. Being a high achiever will not do that. Has this ever been your experience, or are you experiencing this right now? Just drop a yep, me, in the comments so that I know. Just drop a yep, that's me. Okay. Third thing, the third reason why you being a high achiever is not good enough to get your business to make more money is when you is because this. Now, when you compile and when you combine the first two things that I just mentioned, which is you easily spending hours every day doing the exact same steps, and then two, you unknowingly but continually letting payments and money and client accounts fall through the cracks because you're so far in the weeds of the business, that those two things combine to those two things snowball into this third reason why it's not working for you. And the third reason why is because the third reason is you're losing money in the long run. In the long run, if you look back at your quarter, if you look back over your last 3 months, if you look back over your last year, as you get deeper into your business and as you continue to grow, you're going to start doing yearly reviews of your business, or you may already be doing that. If you're a little bit more, if you've been running your business a little bit longer, you may already be doing that. But as you start to do these review periods on your company, you're going to see that you're losing money in the long run. Because manually sending contracts with errors, or sending contracts without knowing how solid your contract is, and allowing things to fall through the cracks, being so far in the weeds of your business, all of this is a result of you not knowing what system you need to set up in your business, you not understanding the importance of a system and process being set up in your business, or you're new to all of this, right? You're new to all of this. This is not what you expected when you started doing this. You thought this was something that you could just help people with. And next thing you knew, you had people, compensating you and paying you for doing it. And then it turned into something it's a legitimate business now. So you didn't expect all of this to happen as a result, but here you are. And now the responsibility is on you. And although it's scary, although you're going to have those doubts, although you have those worries as to if you can handle all of this, this is now your responsibility. You're responsible for making sure that this business is set up and designed in a way where you can continuously take care of the same exact steps over and over and over again in a way that brings you ease, that brings you peace of mind, and that delivers efficiency and excellence to your clients. That's your responsibility. That's what you signed up for now that you have agreed to be a CEO. Okay, that's in the fine print. Like, that's a part of this contract. That's a part of this contract now, right? So I want you to really sit for a second and process what this is going to look like for you in the long run. Because like I've mentioned before, you are in no position to lose opportunities or to miss out on money. And I'm not saying that to say you're in a desperation place, because that may not be the case, but you are in a place where growth must happen. There is no option B for you. And for whatever those reasons are, for whoever you are building this business for whatever child or loved one is watching you, for whatever parent that you want to make sure that you can take care of over the next few years as they get older, or whatever your goals are for you personally, you are in no position to miss out on money or opportunities. Because of that, this is where you got to say, if this business gets wider, if my reach becomes bigger, if more people start reaching out to me for assistance and for help, how am I going to make sure that I am delivering excellence, but making sure that I'm collecting money from the front, from the middle, and from the back with total integrity? You don't want to miss out on money or opportunities. And that's the real question. And so the real problem here is you don't know what to focus on. So you are focusing on everything. But if you go over these three reasons why you being a high achiever isn't really good enough to get your business to make more money, you'll start coming to the realization that, oh, I need to focus on systems. I don't have systems in place. I don't have a repeatable set of steps to make sure that the things that need to be repeated for my business to run are in order. They are up and running. So the question here is, what are you going to do about it? If you want to stop leaving money on the table, if you need support with working through your systems and processes so that you continue to be able to collect money from the front, the middle, and the back end, I want you to DM me or I want you to type help in the comments and I will DM you. As always, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Make sure that you click like, you tag someone who you know who is a startup, an entrepreneur who is in entrepreneurship, or who is looking to leave their 9-to-5 within the coming year, and they need to see this. Tag them, share this with them. Thank you for your giving heart. Make sure that you click share on this video, and I'll see you for the next one.